Hey boys and girls. Well, these are the trip notes for today. We're at the start point here, of course, Jundah Caravan Park. We end up at Birdsville this evening. It's about 476 kilometre day, a couple of fuel stops along the way and a couple of places to pull over and eat. So yeah, these are all the trip notes for today. Bearing in mind, of course, that the route will be signposted, it'll be arrowed by a couple of lead riders, and we've also got GPX files on our GPSs, so nobody should get lost. Should. The real challenge today is to try and remain hydrated as much as you can. I've already had probably 3 litres this morning. That's just, you know, before and after breakfast. It's going to be tough out there today. We're about 200 kilometres away from our destination, which is Birdsville. We're only about 20 kilometres short of our lunch stop, which is Batuta. They've just put in a bit of a diversion here at Dion's Lookout. I don't know who Dion was, but yeah, it might be worth just taking the view for a few moments, get off the bike and walk around. Well, there's the Batuta pub. It was closed for a long time. It's only reopened in the last couple of years. It's got beer, but it doesn't have fuel. And one stretch here today is 388 kilometres between fuel stops, and a lot of bikes don't have that sort of range. So the organisers of this event have arranged for some drunk fuel. I guess it's drunk fuel to be dropped off here and I'll just give each bike a few litres, which will make sure they can get to Birdsville without running out. So yeah, this is refuelling, and I'd like to eat a bit of lunch.
So easy, huh? Thanks, Bob.
Cheers, mate. Alright, welcome to Birdsville. Population 115 according to that sign. This is our destination for tonight. We're not sleeping on the ground like dogs tonight. We've been booked into accommodation. We've still got a couple of hours to ourselves now. It's only early afternoon. But then the group will be heading towards Big Red. Big Red is on the eastern edge of the Simpson Desert. It's the largest sand dune in the crossing of the Simpson. It's about 40 metres high, but everybody's been given the opportunity to go there, and if they want to, they can try and tackle Big Red. But more on that later. And, there's the iconic Birdsville Hotel. I bet you that's got some stories to tell. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening or late afternoon. They've decided to go there at the coolest part of the day, which is a wise choice. One or two have decided not to go, and I think that's a good idea if they have no interest or don't want to take the challenge. I'm not sure whether this is actually a good idea personally. I won't be trying to climb Big Red. I did the Simpson Desert crossing in 2014 on a Yamaha 600 unsupported. So myself and the other rider, we were carrying everything we needed for the crossing. 52 litres of fuel, 15 litres of water, 5 days worth of food. So I know what it's like to conquer Big Red on a loaded bike. I'm a long way from home, and the last thing I want to do is either hurt myself or damage the gear. So I'll take some footage, I'll record the action, and hopefully anybody who attempts it will, 1, be successful, and 2, not crash and hurt themselves. Alright, we're now approaching the eastern edge of the Simpson Desert. That's a little wed to our front. We're not taking that. We're going to follow the dunes north for a little while until we come across Big Red. Big Red is the biggest dune crossing the Simpson Desert. It's at the easternmost extremity of the Simpson Desert, and certainly the most challenging. The Simpson Desert itself, the crossing, I think from memory, is about 542 kilometres between fuel stops. Mount there on the western edge to Birdsville on the eastern edge. Don't quote me, but I think from memory there's, 600 or 700 sand dunes that you have to cross when crossing the Simpson Desert. The sand dunes run north to south, and of course the crossing you can go east-west or west-east. And when I did it, we started at Mount there to the west and headed east.
Good effort, everyone. Everyone that walked, everyone that did it, that's up here, unreal. Well done. Yeah, thanks for everyone's help.
Well, good on those blokes who made it up unassisted, and congratulations to those guys who needed a bit of a hand. I didn't want to break their heart, but the actual challenge in climbing Big Red is from the western side.
Alright, we're heading back to Birdsville now. It'll be a late dinner and a briefing, but that's okay. Those who wanted to try and climb Big Red had the opportunity to do it. Some made it look easy, others made a meal of it, but that's alright, that's okay. So yeah, from here back to the 40-kilometre drive, or ride rather, to Birdsville. Riders briefing and then late dinner. Alright, we're just rolling into Birdsville for the second time today. Park up, have the riders briefing, have a late dinner. Today we've covered 550 kilometres, mostly on high-speed gravel roads, but still 550 kilometres on any adventure bike is a reasonable day. Yeah, riders briefing, dinner, a couple of drinks, and then I think early to bed.